So I decided to pick the camera back up. Sorry to cut off short a minute ago. But I thought I'd just come back on live, chuck a few couple of pellets in, very minimal, but just to give the koi there a bit of exercise for a little bit, get them darting around like I always ever done. The odd one pellet across the pond, get them up swimming for it. That's what I like doing. See the chag start going mental. But it's why I love this time of year, and I built the pond the way I did, so I can still come out in the evening when it's nice and enjoy the fish and still see them. But the job's all done in the filter house. Just another little upgrade, and to be fair, I didn't film it all, but what I will do is I'll show you next time I make a live video. But you can see, but it's the air in the pond is what I was just farting around with. Scrags is in, now then boy. I love that saying when he texts me that. Paul, yeah, we're back mate. Joe, and we're back. Simon Shears, hi again. Barry, hello, I have to say your koi are very nice. Very much appreciated, thank you very much. Just great this time of year. I love it. Absolutely love it. I did have a bit of a downpour a minute ago. Absolute banging day, and then pissed down the rain. But it's all good. To be fair, I'm really looking forward to getting the new pond up and running and going and getting a few new fish. I mean, my favourite thing of this hobby is the day you decide to go and buy a couple of new fish. No matter if it would be one or two, whatever I can afford, what I get. I'm not sure whether to go out and get everything that I want in one day, just so if I get any problems, it all comes back at once, or if I spread that time out and get a few fish from a few different people, whether that be just shopping around, having a look around. Bit undecided on what I'm doing. How you doing, Scott? Hope you're home, mate. Ready for a pond visit. Well looking forward to it. Buzzing about it. Cool look in the hammer. Glad they pulled through. Yeah, mate, so am I. To be fair, since the day you and the Three Musketeers, as you call yourself, Three Musketeers, come down, they've just been on the up, on the improvement since that day as well, to be fair with you, mate. Just looking, every day's getting better. I reckon that's partly down to water temperatures. It is holding, you know, even though it's still only at 13. Let me just double check that. No, I'm actually at 14 degrees. The pond's actually at 14 degrees, so it is holding that now, so the fish are definitely a little bit more happier about that. It's the longest coldness I've ever known it, to be fair. But I hope everyone's had a banging weekend. Hey Tim, can you put a nice mirror carp in there? I could do. Quite easily put a mirror carp in here if I wanted to. It is something that I've been thinking about doing. Obviously being a carp fisherman, it is still a carp. It's where they originated from. That's what koi means, carp. But it is breaking the rules by putting a carp in there. As they say, but when it's your own pond, you can do whatever you like. That's the part of pond keeping. You can have sturgeon, you can have goldfish. You can do whatever makes you happy, being a koi keeper, or keeping fish, or whatever you want to do. That's the idea of it. I've got 3. Mine look mega, about £4. Wicked. It would be nice. I've debated whether to go up and get one that's already been used to being in a pond or on a feeding farm as such. The lumps are much bigger in the flesh. You're surprised how big they actually are. Yeah, they're big fish scrags, in them. I hope the angle's alright from here. I've never really filmed from this angle. I just put the camera down. To be fair, it's quite nice because I'm literally got my elbow on the new grow on pond, underneath the cover, just watching the koi from a different angle. And it's part, for me, this is part of having a koi pond, like, to come out and enjoy it. Like, I don't watch TV, so I come out in my garden and enjoy my fish. But I might just give you guys a little bit of a different angle, to be fair. Just to have a little bit of a play, so you'll have to put up with the movement of camera until I get it set right. Because it's another thing, the tripod that I got. Don't get me wrong, he's alright. He does what I need him to do. But he's Amazon. You know what I'm saying? One of the 20 quid jobbers. You set it up, takes you a couple of minutes to get it all right. Front there, you see. Oh, that's nice. That's nice. Get in there, guys. Beautiful. Beautiful. I should just set it so it's just the screen, shouldn't I? Let me have a play around with that. I'm only messing around with it, guys, just to see where I'm at, so you guys can check it out while I'm just playing around with my camera. What's he saying? Just found your channel yesterday and binge watched nearly all of your videos. That's the hammer boy. Happy days. It's all about the hammer. Jigs is back in the house. Oi oi. And Jigs, to be fair, mate, if you want to pop down to visit me, let me know. Because I'm home this week from work. I've got a week's holiday. I have got things planned and booked, what I'm doing during this week, but great feeling to have the bank holiday week off as well, straight after. A nice couple days off anyway. It's about maximising your holiday to get as many weeks as you can off work. Thanks, real top man. Looking awesome as always, James. Cheers, mate. What's this? Will's Koi. Can you say a big happy gorilla birthday to Frankie Koi, turning 50 soon? Happy birthday. My birthday week as well. Saturday. Look at that, look. Absolutely beautiful. And Scrags will quote me on this. These fish, what you're seeing in front of you right now, I mean, that fish is over 90 cm. Been out bowled, measured, all on the YouTube. Some big fish. It's not looking too bad either, guys, to be fair. I could get used to this with the pond being dropped slightly. I think it's more beneficial for the koi. They got less chance of smacking themselves. But one thing I'm liking, and I don't know if it's picking it up, and someone could let me know, the sound of the showers in the garden definitely sound a little bit louder with the extra drop of water along the back. But one thing that I've noticed the most about that is that, I don't know if you've ever seen it in the videos, but the way the water sort of skims across the top of the pond when I had the showers, obviously a lot lower with the water level being raised. At the moment now, what I'm noticing is that it's pushing that water directly underneath the shower instead of the ripple or the wave effect across the pond, which I'm quite liking, to be fair. It's a lot more calm and distilled. The two bottom air spin drifters, or whatever they want to call them, the ones I've got are not actually spin drifters. So the spin drifter, I believe, in the bottom drain there's like loads of holes or something in the actual back of it, and I've heard people say that you can get bacteria build up or whatever in them. The ones I've got are from JBR Plastics. It's the ones that they make, and the bottoms of theirs are completely flat. Not that I'm saying it's a problem or anything, but mine are not actually the spin drifter. They're the copycat version of it, I believe, which is identical to the one that I've got on the new growing pond, which is the same company that makes my the pond skimmer in the wall, JBR Plastics. You can look them up. They make several different items, pond related stuff. It's not a promotional video or a sponsored video or anything, but I do get asked quite a lot about where did I get certain products from, and I just wanted to chuck that in a video just to let people know. Because you also, as well, if you've got pen to paper and you've got measurements drawn out of how you want the filter to be made out of the plastic weld stuff that they do, they will literally make anything you want, like to any size. I mean, it does come with a price because you're paying a professional to basically modify you something or even make your own design of filter. It's something I looked into doing myself. Design a filter which will work for what I want it to do, to fit on not a number of ponds, but to fit in small areas but get maximisation from it. But time you've designed it and you pay to have it done, it's not a cheap option to be done, but it's something that's available if someone wants to do something like that. And he basically told me on the phone, when I've ordered my stuff in the past, whatever you want, I'll make it. You tell me what you want and he can do it. But you have to like send him all of the proper picture drawings. You can't just draw it on a pen and paper and say, make that for me, mate. It's got to be done out. The drawing's got to be something that you can copy, I believe. Don't quote me on that because I'm not 100%, but I could imagine that's how he would want it. But very handy for the 4-inch bottom drains and stuff like that. I'm not sure if some of the bigger companies, the koi places, dealers, I'm not sure if they buy their stuff direct from people like that who make plastic weld stuff, but I just go straight direct to JBR Plastic, someone that I got told about 5 years ago, and I've always ever used him. But koi looking mega, aren't they? And I hope the sound quality is quite good as well. It's what we call the Absolute Hammer. Just got to get myself a chair. Everything's saturated though, that's the trouble. Now then, boy, hitting the straw, catch you through the window. Yeah, cheers, Scrags. Have a good one, mate. Thank you very much for tuning in. Thanks for the birthday wishes, and Will I Am. Now you've had your pond for a while, is there anything you would change if you did it again? Probably only filter house related stuff. Which one thing I did today, which to be fair with you guys, let me grab some. Yeah, one thing I did today, oh, that's better. In the filter house, I would take you over and show you it, but the reason why I'm not is because the signal goes funny and then the sound distorts. So yeah, basically in the filter house itself, where I put any water spillage, I've got a drain in there with a 900 litre sort of barrel, whatever they're called, into the ground, and then I can pump the water wherever I want to, sort of like, because the filter house I've got is below ground level, something that I didn't really need to do. Now knowing a bit more about it, didn't need to go as far as what I did. I could have come up 3 inches, but I went deeper anyway. But I put where the drain runs down into this barrel, there's a tray that catches all of the waste what comes out of the drum. Not sure what they're called. It's like a silt trap basically. But it collects all the fish poo, and where I put it was right between two 4-inch ball valves. And I wish I made me life easy, because at the time I didn't know. I wish I just put it a little bit easier to get to, not in line with the ball valves, because it looked like I had plenty of room with 2 4-inch pipes coming up, and I thought it would be tidy tucked in behind there, looking at it from a different angle before everything else went in. And it's just a little bit awkward. I can get it out, but it's a little bit awkward to get out. So I walked in the filter house this morning, and my feet was a little bit wet, and I was like, I got grass down, I got a leak, and that's what it was. That and the drum itself, like the drum I did explain earlier on with the drum, but the drain, what I'm getting at, was full up of fish poo, absolutely loaded, so none of the water could escape very quickly. So the leak that I had from the drum, it couldn't escape. So I noticed the problem, because I sloped all the water down to that way, so the water goes that way, but the water couldn't get out. Anyone selling a large koi calendar? My stepson wants one for his bedroom. Don't care about dates, just likes the pitch, and he has autism and loves the koi. I can give you a I haven't got a calendar, mate, but I got a spare poster that you're more than welcome to have, which is pretty cool. So when you pop round, if you want to pop round to visit me, mate, I'll pin it off the wall, because I've got what I wanted. Let me just see if I can show you. I got what I wanted up there, but this one is spare if you want to take that for me. you're more than welcome to have that. It's proper cool. I'll let you have that, mate. I haven't got any of the spare posters. I wish I knew, because the one that I did have, which I took down, it was 2022, but like you say, the pictures on them are cool. You can even cut the pictures out and make something with it, do your own design or something. But I've already given that away, because someone else asked me for it, messaged me, and I just sent it off to them. They said they wanted to cut the koi out, because they noticed I put the new ones up, new posters, and they asked if I still had the old one. I was like, yeah, mate. So I sent it out to him. But that's the sort of stuff I do behind the scenes that people don't see. If I can help someone out, I will. I've got one you can have, Jigs. Just pay postage, mate. Yeah, that's one thing crafty, innit, mate, with something I've noticed with a lot of the cups and stuff I've been giving away, and hoodies and bits and pieces like that, stickers. Loads of people's asking me for stickers, but the postage is... You'll love that, mate. Just nice one. Oh, happy days, and more than welcome to bring him round, mate, if you want. If he wants to see the fish in real life. I like when the younger generation get into the hobby as well. I mean, Humber Koi, I believe, him and his son go and do it, and I think it's great. It's something that I like doing with my kids. Get them involved in the hobby. But water's looking mint, isn't it? It is my absolute pride and joy. "56 people watching tonight, 56 in the house, look. Tuning in to see what the Whisperer's up to. A lot of people come and go, obviously, on the lives. But I imagine a lot of you guys are pretty much like me. You're flipping through the TV, flipping through YouTube, can't find anything to watch. I'll just jump on and see what's going on with the Whisperer. Nearly 10 PMO. Don't know what that means. Nearly 10 o'clock at night. Hit the like button, guys. Yeah, I'm not sure how people do that. So I think I've said that before, innit? Like, hit the like button before you join the live, or it's just, I don't know how you hit it when you're at live. Does it work if you just hit the thumb up the top where it tells you how many people are in the room and how many people ain't? The only other way I've found it doing it is going off and then going back on. But any likes appreciated. Do like seeing the old thumbs up. See, I do know as well there's a few of my subscribers that watch it on the TV as well, you know, not on their phones. And I think it's a little bit harder to like when you're watching it through the TV, but the picture quality is wicked as well. Nearly 10 PM on a bank holiday, Monday. It's the Hammer bloody phone. Nightmare Paul. Oh, Paul goes well. God bless. Paul, what's Paul saying? Just popped in to say hello, mate, but I got my mum's funeral tomorrow. Not looking forward to it. Sorry for bringing this up. Well, I wish everything goes as best as it can, mate, and my thoughts are with you. is it alright to pop down and grab my prizes the last week on Saturday the 25th? Yeah, Saturday, as long as it's after 1 o'clock, because I work Saturdays. As long as it's after 1 o'clock, not a problem at all. That'll work absolutely the hammer. But if it was on a Sunday, it can be any time on a Sunday. It is lush this time of year though, I love it. I just want to see. Not sure if that gives a better light of the fish, so the water looks a little bit better or not. All the parasites cleared up now, mate. Yep. As far as I'm aware. I mean, occasionally you do see the odd, very rarely now and then, you know, when the fish are eating and grubbing around and they're having pellets chucked to them. Sometimes they do get us, you know, a tiny little bit in their gill. They just like flicking that out sometimes. But if you can see it happen more than, you know, on a regular basis, and you think, hang on, something ain't quite right here now. Same as when they come up and have a little bit of a gasp, as they call it. It's always worth keeping your eye on that fish if you notice something untoward or unnormal, but you have got to let them do their thing down to a point. Yeah, home now, mate, thanks. Thank you, mother, for the rabbits. I'll pop down on the 25th after 1 PM. I'll get my missus to message you on Insta a week before. Happy days, mate. Yeah, and then I'll send over my number as well, mate, and then you can contact us on there on the other information of me address and everything, unless the wife's already, they might have already let you have it. I think she does all the Instagram stuff. Sometimes in life you need to reach out to anyone when life feels shit. Exactly true, mate. Exactly right, Paul. I mean, it's good to talk about it, you know. If you're not dealing with something properly, I mean, losing your mum's, you ain't gonna know. It's normal not to be able to be dealing with it, innit? So I don't know what I would do myself, so my thoughts are with you, mate. But the best thing is to talk about it. I've learnt that myself. James, you've seen them mountain tree filters look the business. They certainly do, mate. But they're not available in the UK at the moment, else I'd have had one on my pond. I did ask them, and I don't know if it's just because it's the size of it. I'm really not sure. James, couldn't the guy in the live earlier who gave you hate mail when you come clean about your issues, mate? David Cook, James, couldn't the guy in the live earlier who gave you hate mail when you came clean about your illnesses, mate? I'm not sure, David. I might have missed the comment. I don't know. I get plenty of it. Like I said, I don't worry about talking about it anymore. Just don't interest me. Like I said before, like a golf ball. I watched a little quote the other day saying there's something like 7.8 billion people on the planet. If someone don't like you, that's fine. Because then you got 7.8 billion and less than one person to worry about. It's just, they're just quite funny. When, no matter what you do, you put yourself on social media, what side it is, I don't want to be talking about it too long, mate. But if you put yourself out there on social media, you got to expect that you're never going to please everybody, no matter what you do, and be the nicest bloke in the world. you can get a hater. I mean, look at that Mr. Beast. I don't know if anyone's ever seen him, but he done something where, some charity fundraiser thing where he made 100 people see again because they were blind, and I don't know the money that he's got. I don't even know how they do it, but he got hate about helping someone in that way, that, you know, giving these people money so they can see, money that these people would never ever have, and people hated him for it. I don't get it. But that's life. Don't let it worry you. I was too short over the head with all of it. Yeah, I'm well over it. Like I said before, I ain't at school anymore. Tit for tat and all that lot, done. Not even worried about getting involved. No making up or making friendship from anything. Can't be doing with it. Not worth me time. All the fish seem to have disappeared from the window, grubbing around over near the skimmer just to see if they can pick up the odd treat. I might give them a little bit. Just had to go and get some pellets. When you're next down Southwest Koi, mate. To be fair, I might pop down one day this week, to be honest with you. All depends what's happening. I've got Lee Hadfield popping round Sunday to see me. Oh, sorry about that, that was a long yawn. Yeah, Mr. Hadfield's coming down, the Koi Soldier. He's popping down to see me Sunday, which will be nice. Yeah, I've got fiberglassing to be done. It's nice just to chill, isn't it? Got a pond visit tomorrow evening. It's an absolute amazing pond as well, like next level on the artwork on the outside of the pond. I absolutely love it. I think it's definitely something I want on my new growing pond anyway. But when I show it, I ain't gonna tell you who did it or does it until I've had mine done, because I know full well as soon as I show it what he's done, there'll be a hell of a lot of people that want the same. Because it truly is unique to a whole new level. Like, I can't tell you any more of that until I've been round and filmed. I mean, when I see something that's nice and looks good, I absolutely love sharing it on the channel. But I know every time that I do, no matter what it be, trying to buy it again afterwards or get it again, there's a bit of a waiting list. Don't worry about the haters. We all drown them out with all the love. Love the pie. Oh, I feel knackered today, guys. Sat in the sun, chilled in the garden, bit of pond work. Nothing too strenuous, just a bit of nice enjoy day, barbecue, chilled out with a few mates. can certainly tell the water temperature's warmed up though, just the way the fish are all swimming around happily, having the odd pellet, and just slowly build up the old filtration. I am going to add a little bit of NC Labs in a minute, the old filter bugs, just because I know I have put in a little bit of food tonight. You don't need to add much, but it does certainly help, just that little bit. Chunks, aren't they? Absolute chunks. But anyone else do anything koi related the weekend? Anyone buy any new fish? Anyone thinking about buying a new fish? Or anyone doing anything to their filters? Rob, James, I'm enjoying your journey and glad to see your delivery content again. 3 years ago I stumped on your channel and I now have 2 ponds and building what I consider a good selection of koi. Happy days, mate. That's what it's all about for me. Fish are looking fantastic, mate. Thank you very much, Sean. Chris, pond looks amazing, James. Would love to catch up one day. I'm just down the road, Torquay. Happy days, mate. If you got a pond and you want me to film it as well, it's always a pleasure for me to come round to see some ponds. Haters still push your channel out. Haters still push your channel out on YouTube. Yeah, that's another thing, mate. Anyone mention my name, I see it. It's all advertisement. How many fish are you having in the new grow-on pond? Yet to decide yet, really. I don't want to overstock it. I'm probably, depending what I want to do with them. If I want to pick a few, grow a few fast, bring them on at the end of the season, get rid of them in the way of let you guys have an opportunity to get your hand on a bargain fish so I can just get something smaller again next year. Or I might keep it for 2 years and do the same thing. Or I might put a few in there, grow them on, and then the ones that I decide to keep put into the main pond, or I might use that pond as a grow on, so I got fish when I go up to the my studio. That's the idea. So I can just, obviously being up the studio, building ponds is one thing, but I've got to stock those ponds with fish. What I'm planning to do up there is, you're talking mega bucks, a lot of money, but I'm doing it in stages. So every single month, whatever I get from YouTube, whatever money that my channel makes as such through the advertisement on the YouTube ads that everyone else gets, all I'm doing is, if whatever I get that month, if I can just buy say 100 blocks and a bit of wood, that's what I do that month. And slowly over the next however long it will take me, it'll be shit off. Be a piece of work really, just slowly build up, change things along the way and slowly get to something what's completely different. Because it's not going to be a koi shop to buy. You will not be able to buy fish up there. You might be able to win fish up there. Never know, I might even host my own grow and show event and I up front the cost of the fish. It's all whatever I want to do really up there. What's your oldest fish, by the way? Reese. So the oldest one, you can see it right there, what I call Tango. This one here, that one there at the back, that one. Just in centre shot now, right at the back. That's the oldest fish, right there. Good old Tango. I've said before, but that fish started its life out in one of those wicker ponds. I think they're called wicker, or rattan is it? With the little windows on the side of them. And I had the smallest one going, the little box one. When I went in to buy it, you had the spiel of, yeah, you can only put goldfish in it, blah de blah de blah. I was like, I want a little koi in there. Got to get a little koi in there. Mabel in the pet shop insisted that the koi didn't go in there. I was like we all do and done. Yeah, my pond's massive. I've got another pond for that to go in at home. Yeah, there was a reason why the koi weren't supposed to go into the pond that I bought, because it grew a little bit. James, did you ever sort out the best way to clean the glass? Water clarity is mint. Yeah, just the old grab it, I'll show you. This tool right here is the absolute dogs. It's better than the hammer. Extendable. You just give it a twist, lock it in, and then that there does the whole other side of that down easy. And what I like about it on the end, it's got the old it's like abrasive pad sort of thing. You can see the algae I've got stuck on there at the moment, but literally less than 10 seconds, done. And it gets all of the corners done, and you can store it away just like that. And if you're interested in checking it out, if you go on my channel and then go to community page, which up the top you got a choice of videos, blah 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 blah, go to community tabs and then community page, and there's a link for this, which I just left in place because I got very kindly sent it out to me. And yeah, wicked. Same again, it's not a sponsored video. Roy, happy days, Roy. It's a bit late for me to shout, mate, but happy days. Thank your mother for the rabbits. Very, very kind of you, mate. Who's donating bigger tonight? That's the absolute hammer, mate, that is. Very much appreciated. Yeah, the koi, they're absolutely loving the NT Labs probiotic. And for the money, yeah, like a lot of koi foods, they've all gone up, but for the money, I really do like it. It's a good quality food. It keeps your water. Very, very good. And to start the season off and to use it all year round, it's a multi-season, it's an all-year season food. But mix it in with whatever you want now and then as well. Give them a bit of growth. Do whatever you want really, but I like using it. Mainly for the, you know, fish love it, but the water itself, it just, there's hardly any waste left over. I mean, that Haraki Friend I was using, you know, I used it, it was cheap to buy, 10 kilo bag, fish ate it, but the waste come off of it was unbelievable. Obviously I love using Sakai as well. But that is expensive, so they only have that now and then. Just mix it in when it's proper feeding season. I mean, at the moment it's not, it's too early to like be 500 grams to a kilo a day. It's far too early to be with my water temperature. How long until the grow on pond is complete, do you reckon? To be honest with you, from the start, I could have got it done ages ago. Like, I could have pushed on with it, could have got it done ages ago. Because I film it along the way, so when I do a job, obviously, then you got the editing on top. It all takes longer time, doesn't it, to do all those things and do other things in between. Still got family time and stuff like that to do. So I'm not in no rush to do it, but probably looking definitely up and running end of May. But at least water in there. Maybe a little bit later, depending on what I do with the filter. Sakai balance, mate. It's wicked stuff. What I feed to grow on. Just don't want to grow them too fast, just healthy. Yeah, that's it. That's another thing as well, isn't it? A lot of people, you can push your koi. Not saying it's the right thing to do or wrong thing to do, but you do whatever's right for you, mate. That's what it comes down to. I mean, I know I only feed what I can. My feeding sort of habits are down to what the water's saying. If my temperatures are not warm enough, then I know I can't feed enough or as much. Because if my water's telling me that I've got my ammonia's too high, there's pointless feeding them, because the fish are going to get knocked back with the ammonia spikes. So you're better to find a steady line and feed what you can, instead of just chucking in a kilo and expecting them to eat it if your water temperature's not right. How's the fish doing with the parasites? I saw a vid where you were having problems. Yeah, I believe I'm well and truly over that. I nailed that on the head. Super lucky I didn't lose any fish, but I was on it super early. Very much appreciated the super chat though, mate. I do like seeing a super chat come in. Makes it easier for me to read as well, because it's highlighted on the screen and I don't have to keep touching the phone. That's a relaxing sound and picture, mate. Respect, Jacko. Happy days, thank you very much. How did you do it? What, get rid of my parasites? I filmed it all along the way to let people know. Looking good after Costia, mate. I scraped today. No signs of Costia on the slides, but some secondary bacteria now. Yeah, bacteria's a right bastard, not gonna lie. It was quite interesting, people's thoughts on disinfectant and stuff like that with Veragon tablets. I mean, I've had some people tell me that they use it once a week, every week. It's like, it's a hard one for me to explain, but for me, in my eyes, I mean, it's a disinfectant. So, granted, if you've got a problem, yeah, use it. Get rid of the bacteria problem that you've got, or help try to. But by using it every week, it doesn't just get rid of bad bacteria, it gets rid of good bacteria as well. So you're fighting a losing battle, because you're never gaining any beneficial bacteria to get rid of all the bad bacteria. But that's my view on it. If people use it every week and it works for them, carry on using it. But my verdict on it is only use it if you have to. Been at Absolute Koi. Ben at Absolute Koi uses it weekly with Koi Masters midweek. That's what I mean. I'm not saying that you should or you shouldn't, or who does what or what does who. I'm just a strong believer myself of, obviously, like, it's a disinfectant. So, like, you know what I'm trying to say? If it's killing off bad bacteria problems and issues, it's also killing beneficial bacteria as well. I mean, how more clean are we gonna keep these koi, in the way of their immune systems become so weak because we've made them weak by making them live in an environment which is absolute squeakily clean. It's definitely getting more and more that way. I mean, look at the old days of keeping koi in the bay filters. I mean, some koi keepers didn't even clean them out once every 6 months. Let everything live in there, never top up the ponds, let rainwater top it up, your fish live fine. But to get results from, say, bringing a fish on, a small koi, to get results in a quick period of time, which can be done, you've got to keep a clean environment for the fish. You've got to heat, you've got to pump food into it. Depends what you want to do with it. Does the koi pond increase the electric bill a lot? Nah, mate, to be fair, it depends what you do with it again. Like, you can run a pump. The pond I just recently went and visited, which I made the video, at Paul's Pond, just up the road from me. He runs a 20,000 litre Biari pump, whatever they're called. He runs it on 36%, or whatever the numbers are on them, 36. And he returns a little bit of the water through the pond wall, a little bit over the shower. He likes a real slow dwell time in his Nexus, and he's been in the game for over 20 years. He just likes running it all slow. It works for him. He's got one UV bulb on it, and you're pretty much talking electricity bill of, like, the lights he's got on his pond is all solar. He's got hardly anything, but like, it must be £1 a day maximum for him. Like, mine is the other way around. The way I got mine set up, with air pumps, drum filter cleaning every 10-15 minutes. Obviously that's food related, how much I put in. Air pumps running, lights, pH meters running, 2 pumps running, 2 UVs running. Oh, that's what it's reverting back to. The way we're doing it now. all man-made. The way we're functioning these ponds, in effect, what I was reverting to was the way these ponds are run now. The fish's immune system cannot be nowhere near as strong as what it used to be. Like when you get problems with parasites and stuff, it's a bit like us. Look back in the old days where you used to do a full day's graft. Don't worry about washing your hands. Come in, have your food, crack on, and your immune systems, you don't get ill, you don't get no colds. Nowadays, the amount of bloody tablets, vitamin B, C, D, A, don't do this, wipe your hands here, clean a chicken out before you cook it. You know what I mean? It's like the way we are, our immune systems, they're not strong as what they used to be, and they're doing that to your fish. I believe that it's got to play a part. I don't know, I ain't no expert, but it's all the shit I think about when I get in conversation with it. Are you at Newark Koi Show this year or BKS? I'm trying to go to both. 100% right, mate. You have electric heat on during the treatments, I bet. Yeah. That pond visit you've just posted, I've asked a question about, but you being live, I'll ask on here. Does he have his bottom drain and skimmer going into the nexus? And if he does, how has he got it? I did reply to you, Gary. If you check back on the comments, I don't know if you've got your notifications on, but I said basically that I'm going up there in a couple of weeks' time because he's on about getting a shower, and I'm not sure exactly how he's done it. I did film it, but I want to go back up there and I'll chuck it in a film for you, mate, just so you can see what he's done, because it might be handy to other people as well. So he did tell me, but I forgot how he's done it, and I'm not giving out false information until I can show you what's happening. You legend. What did he say about got any cuts? Don't mind paying you. Yeah, I don't sell the cups as such. I only I do them as the giveaways when I decide to do giveaways. I know someone mentioned the other week about giving away, but it's not a effing giveaway if you got to pay to do it. But it's only the way that I do it on here. A lot of people probably already know is that when people send us, when I'm doing it, because I'm not doing it tonight, but when people, it's just a way of me knowing if people send a super chat, I know to put their name in a hat. But that's not no giveaway tonight, if you get me drift. I just want to make that clear. I've got to wait for my next cup delivery, which will be ordered later on tonight, because Mrs. Whisper just confirmed with me one of the hoodies that were won the other night. One of the chaps wanted 3XL, and I've managed to source, I could only get 2XL, and I've managed to source the 3XL, I believe, or something like that. It's either 1X or 2X, I'm not sure, but we've managed to source it now. So it was basically waiting for the printer company to get hold of me. But what I've got to do next time I do the giveaway on my hoodies is specifically state that if the hoodie is size large that I'm giving away, that's the one we're giving away, because it's a 2-week wait. Else, for the time I get it printed, get it posted to me, and then posted back out, it's a 2-week wait. I bet he will. Octopus. Only 20 minutes from Newark, mate. I'll catch up with you. You're here if you go. Cheers, Lee. Gary Poe, thanks, mate. Jesus. You know the phrase, thank your mother for the rabbits, that you say. Is that a common saying for people just from Devon or Cornwall or anywhere else? I don't know, mate. It's mainly Me. When's the next fishing trip, mate? I was debating, I nearly went out today, but me and Mrs. Whisper are off, so we might sneak in a day. We might sneak in a day or 24-hour one day this week. It all depends what happens, really. Reese, yeah, because I haven't heard anyone else say it, but use. It's a bit like that's the hammer. Loads of people say that's the hammer now. That's the hammer then, boy. I loves the hammer. But yeah, while we got 62 watching, I might give you all a bit of a sneak preview. Show you what we did in the filter house today, because as long as the signal don't go, if the signal goes, I apologise now. But you can see the air in there is a lot slower. And it's controlled better. A million times better. Apart from this one, I've always had a bit of a leaky one on this one. The PTFE tape ain't quite pinned down, so I get a little bit of the air just losing out this side here, instead of looking like that. But the top of them look pretty much identical, apart from this odd eruption bubble every now and then. And the way that that was done, I'd set up, but where we're at, just moving this over a minute so you can see. I had to use a lighter and heat up the pipe over here, because basically it was so welded on there, where it's been on there for so long I couldn't get it off. But you see these two valves now, instead of me using these two, this is all air related, instead of me using these two valves, these here fish, don't know if you can see very well, I'm trying to sort it out on the tripod. You can just adjust the flow on these. You can just turn them on those grey bits, and I got it set so it just literally is bang on even, both of them, because I found every time I turned it on and off, by having these ball valves triggered back, getting it right, I had to play around with it for 5-10 minutes. Now if I just turn it on and off, bosh, it works straight away. So we were just tinkering around with that, and I mean, I've got loads of little goodies in there to play around with when I start rigging up these bad boys, which I want to put into here just to test them out to see how they perform. More than anything. But that's all the media ready to go into for the grow on, which I'm looking forward to. That's the pump up there ready to go on. Loves it in me filter shed. Absolutely loves it. It's like walking into a little mini koi shop. I got all my bits ready to rock and roll. NT Labs being sponsors of the channel now. All my cups. I was thinking what I might do, because I'm getting a few cups, I might put them all the way across the top. But we'll see how we go with that. But the drum filter, by lowering it, it's still up there, still pretty much touching the top of the waste trap, but it's just, you can see now by the pipe, I'm just 10 mil off, which is certainly helping. Quality. But the signal's probably not very good out there, so I'm going to come up here and I'm going to stand up for a little bit just to show you a different angle. got to do when I start editing what you guys don't see. That's a nice little spot right there, isn't it? That's an absolute cracking little view, seeing the fish from above. Yeah, I just had to lock up my filter shed. Would it be possible to grow a newborn koi in your pond to as big as the fish you have currently? What, like from eggs? I say, if I put anything like that in here from eggs, they'd just be smashed. But a small one, yeah, anything's possible. I have minimal air in the pond, looks a lot better. All the air is in the 3 bays about, yeah, definitely. That's why I wanted to try out this. I wanted a little bit, just like you can see, but it's not erupting the pond, the water. Just wanted it a little bit more chilled out. And I do like it. I do like it when it's completely off as well, but I do find just that little bit of movement on top of the water certainly does help push all the white foam down the skimmer. Especially the way I've got mine with the constant trickle in, which is a hell of an advantage that people suffer with foam on top of their ponds. You have a constant trickle in, even if it's a drip, 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 drip with an overflow. Any of that foam gets pushed down to the overflow and it gets sucked out the system to waste. Certainly helps keeps the clarity of your top of your pond crystal clear. Not just skimming it and chucking it back in the pond, skimming it and getting rid of it. Big koi eat little koi, mate. It's part of the reason why you need a grow on. I mean, you got something like a 10 cm will be quick enough. Something 10 cm could go in there. With that 10, 15 cm would be quick enough to dart out the way, but it would look lost. And you got to worry about with the big sort of ponds like this, designed with big filtration, and then you've got 4-inch lines, skimmers. You've got to be careful that they can't get down any of your pipe work or anything like that and end up in your filter box, because I've heard of that before as well. But if you don't mind just watching the fish for a little bit, I just need to go to the gentleman's room because I really need a wee-wee. Sorry team, I'm back. What have I missed out on? Beautiful, isn't it? Absolutely beautiful. Lovely, thank you, James. Can you recall the breeder, mate? What would you consider your best koi? The best koi, I think, is Makashi Ogon, which is just underneath us right down here now. That fish is an absolute stunner. The feed's so well behaved. Mine was splash all over the place. It's partly because they are well fed. They're not ever hungry at all. I do a little bit of an exercise with them when I feed them and feed them. I have put more food in today than what I normally would have. But I will go and add some NT Labs in a minute, a bit of filter bugs. I was debating whether to put a clay in the pond as well when I was getting in troubles again. But I never did. I used to love using the clay. I've still got it. I still like using it now and then, but I haven't used it for so long now. Apart from the minerals lost, but the filter media that I use, the Mountain Tree media, that's got minerals in the media itself, which is fantastic for the pH to help keep that stable. But they do other types of media that I'm getting soon, and it's more designed for aquariums and stuff, but the minerals in the media definitely worth me looking into, see if it can make any difference. Every koi I bought got eaten by a heron within a month, and they were like 30 centimetres. Herons are an absolute nightmare. Once you got one and he knows it's a free meal, it does put a downer on the hobby, having your pond netted. You can't see it in its full glory, but if you've got a heron, there's a way of dealing with it, isn't there? If you want to really get the benefits from it, you ain't going to win the battle against the heron. The only other way is to make it indoors of some way or form. Put it so the heron can't get to it. But that comes with an expense, doesn't it? Roofing it, siding it, making it look good in your garden still. It's more than understandable, not everyone can afford that. James, you must have named all the koi. Go on, what's the names? Well, that's a good question to let other people, some of my subscribers that's in the house, if they remember any of them, what they're called. I used to name them so other people could see them on the channel, like know what I'm talking about. But I believe a lot more people know the different types of koi now. The names more people's got to know in the hobby what they are. I mean, I don't know every single name, you know what I mean? I know the ones I've got, but I don't know every single type of breed. Is that media called nitro rings? If so, it's good stuff. Yeah, the nitro rings are brilliant. I've got some in the shower already, but there's nowhere near enough what I've got in this pond to get any results from it. Obviously, I've been with Mountain Tree for a long time. Originally, when I got some stuff off them, they sent a few samples of bits and pieces, and I used it in some of my aquariums. And I have seen it, and I'm very impressed with it. Hi James, will you be fiberglass in the grow on, or will Matt be doing it for you? You'll have to wait and see, mate. I can't give away all of the information I've got. Part of my content, that is. One thing I can tell you though, we're well and truly covered up, just to make sure. There's a couple of towels down the side there, just because it's overlapped all the way down. But the rain downpour we had earlier on, I had a tiny little bit running down through here, and I didn't want it hitting the pond wall. Pond needs to stay as dry as possible. That's quite a nice little angle as well, isn't it? But yeah, I'm debating whether to get a new fish tomorrow. Mrs. Whispers asked me if I would like one for my birthday, but I don't know whether to wait, because I just got this pond settled down. I don't want to upset everything again. Wait until I get the grow on sorted. But I ain't gonna lie, I've 100% got right into this hobby again, like to a whole new level. Absolutely love it. Will you be netting your grow on pond? No, I'm not going to net it. I'm quite lucky, I don't get any problems with herons around me. Happy birthday in advance, mate. Thank you very much. Yeah, the old birthday on Saturday, this coming Saturday. Never know, I might even come on live for my birthday, depending what I get up to. 21 again. Yeah, I wish. But the only way of building up your filtration is just this small little feeds, innit? Slowly push it a bit further, and as water temperatures come up, so I've pushed it a little bit further today. Do a water test in the morning, see what it's saying. All the fish seem fine at the moment. See where I am with my ammonia, and then see if I can up it again, or if I stay like I'm doing for another week. I know this week the temperatures are meant to be rising the rest of the week, so hopefully it's all good. Tell the missus you want a cake made of a wagon wheels. Yeah. Quality. How's your nitrite? At the moment it's fine. Do you go live on Saturday? We'll donate a good birthday present. Thanks, mate. How often do you heat your pond? How often do you heat your pond? I don't only heat it if I got problems with parasites, just to maintain a stable temperature when it's conditions that you can't deal with. But an air source heat pump, don't get me wrong, I don't think there's anyone out there, and this is me being an honest koi keeper, the reasons why the people that haven't got one, is for how much they cost. Like, can people see it beneficial to buy one? Do they need one? If we could all have one, and it wouldn't cost an arm and a leg to run, and it wouldn't cost an arm and a leg to do in a koi pond, especially like a modern koi pond like mine, for instance. Not everyone has koi ponds like this, but everyone would want one, but not to say that you need one. Just comes down to what suits that person. If it makes your koi experience that bit better and the fish are a bit healthier, then crack on. The only thing that I found, and it reverts back to like I was saying earlier on about fish's immune system, is that by giving them that heat, keeping them stable, keeping them at a certain temperature, if something goes wrong, your fish is so, the immune system of the fish it's definitely got to be affected. I'm not saying it is or it isn't, but it's definitely got to be effective. It can't handle if something goes wrong, not as well. Hi James, it's all your fault. I've been making my pond bigger and spending more money since watching you on YouTube. Quality. But it's what you want, innit? You can go out and spend 50, 100 quid a weekend to make your pond look a little bit better, or upgrade it, or you can do what I used to do and waste it all gambling. Do what's right for you, innit? That is a cool view though, guys, isn't it? I didn't even realise it's nearly 11 o'clock. Adam Green, would you ever keep a mirror carp? I always get asked that question. I wonder if like transparent roof would create free heat for the koi pond. Yeah, 100%. Put PVC roof on your pond, box it all in with, what's it called again? Something carb, innit? You know what I'm on about. Butchers must be on good money, eh? No, it's the amount of hours we got to do. And it's hard graft. I ain't gonna lie about that. I will certainly know about it in my older age. Polycarbonate sheets, that's the boys. You load that up all the way around your pond, side, front, roof, top, bottom. You're getting some heat in. The reason why my pond struggles, like I said millions of times before, the roof I got there, it keeps it shaded. But there's advantages of that as well, because it takes a longer time for the fluctuations to change. Takes longer time for it to warm up, but it also takes longer for it to change the opposite way round as well. I must admit, I installed an air source heat pump and took inspiration from Martin at Devon Koi Pond and set up a small solar setup. It runs the pond but not the heater. Don't tell the wife. I think, to be fair, we do say that quite a bit, don't we? Don't tell the wife, but people that is married, I mean, generally they just lets us get on with it anyway, don't they? Keeps us busy, out of trouble, in the garden. Just discovered your channel, well impressed, mate, keep it up. Thank you very much, Fishing Bits. All 3 people watching. But yeah, guys, because I didn't realise the time, thank you very much for the super chat. Thank you very much to everyone that come in this evening and chilled out with the conversation, the chat, the banter, and just a decent one looking at the koi. And yeah, I'm gonna go in, take my boots off, get in the bed, go and say hello to Mrs. Whisperer, like you do. And on that note, guys, if I don't see you in a week, I'll see you for a window. And thank you very much for everyone joining in. Laters, guys.